Yo, what's good, bro?
Uh,
I appreciate you taking the time out.
yep, no problem. No problem.
So, just to introduce you to anyone watching this that's not familiar with you, you're 6'7", small forward, originally from Pennsylvania. Um, you
Yes,
now
sir.
you now attend Hillcrest Prep in Phoenix, Arizona. You're a top 40 prospect in the 2020 class. You announced the top seven back in August, which included North Carolina, Arizona, Miami, Notre Dame, Louisville, Ohio State, and Pittsburgh. And so far, you visited a few of those schools: Arizona, Pittsburgh, North Carolina, and Notre Dame. So let's start with that Arizona visit. Um, how was that, and what did you take away from it?
It was good. The coaching staff was real good, and they're just big on development, and they're great coaching staff. And I've known Coach Miller since I was born, really, because him and my dad played at Pitt together, and I've always known Coach Miller. And when Cam transferred from Pitt, he was looking at Arizona, so we always had a good relationship with them. But it was a good visit and gel well with the players and all that.
I didn't know that your dad played at Pitt and also played with Coach Miller. That's cool.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's cool.
sir.
What other schools did your brother have offer when before he obviously transferred to North Carolina besides Pitt?
When he left Pitt, Kentucky, UCLA, Oregon, those were his five visits were UNC, Kentucky, Oregon, UCLA, and Arizona. Those were his five.
What about still in high school before he transferred? Like when?
Oh, his five visits were like Bryant, Rice, and like there's three other small ones, and then Pitt came at the end of his senior year, and he took Pitt.
Okay, gotcha,
Yeah, he was real under recruited.
gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. So Dalen Terry, your teammate at Hillcrest, he's obviously committed to Arizona. Has he been recruiting you there?
Yeah, DT's my guy. He's a good point guard, great vision, and we talk pretty much every day about U of A and all that stuff.
Cool, cool. Do you talk to any of the guys already on the team there at all?
Yeah, I talked to Josh, I talked to Nico. They're cool, and Zeke. They're cool. They're gonna be a good team this year. They're gonna be fighting for the top of the Pac-12, and it's gonna be exciting to watch.
Definitely, definitely. So let's talk about your Pitt visit next. How did it go, and what was your, if you had a favorite part about that visit?
About my Pitt unofficial,
Yeah,
it was good. I just went and watched practice and did my photo shoot and all that stuff. I hung around the players. I've been around Pitt since really I was born because my dad went there, Cam went there, and so I'm real comfortable with the situation there, and I know what Pitt's all about. And getting to know Coach Capel, he's a good guy, good coach. Both Coach Capels, great coaches, and can't speak highly enough of them.
cool, cool. And what would you say your relationship is like with the coaching staff there?
It's great. I got to know Coach Capel this year, but we talk a lot. And he's just big on development as well, and he can get players to the next level.
Definitely, definitely. And Pitt already has a few commitments for the 2020 class. Have any of those guys been talking to you and trying to get you to join them as well?
Yeah, I've known John. I've known John for a long time. We go back playing AAU from freshman year, and yeah, I talk to him all the time. And when he told me he was going to Pitt, he said, "Come on." I talk to Trey all the time. I talk to Xavier all the time. They're all cool, and yeah, I talk to them a lot.
Gotcha, gotcha. And then your North Carolina visit. Your big brother was also on that visit with you as well, right?
Yeah, my unofficial in
Yeah,
summer.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What did you like about that visit?
It was good. I got to talk to coaches a lot, and I got to just hang around the team. They're all cool. Cam played with them, most of them, and they're all cool guys. And I talked to them a lot. Um, they're just cool, and they're fun to be around.
Definitely, definitely. And what's your relationship like with Coach Roy, the rest of the coaching staff, and how often do y'all keep in touch?
We talk at least once a week, and it's good. Just talking to coach, and he's a great coach. He's a Hall of Fame coach too, and he also knows how to get players to the next level. And They've Cam Dewell there, and it's a real good place.
Definitely. In North Carolina, they already have a good bit of commitments. 3 guys already committed there.
Hmm.
Number 3 ranked recruiting class. Have you been talking to those guys any?
I mostly just talk to the players on the team, like KJ Leakey. I talk to them, and they're all cool, and that's who I mostly talk to.
Okay, gotcha. And then this weekend you're going back to North Carolina for an official, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, gotcha. And what do you expect that visit will be like, and how you envision it, how it'll be different from your unofficial?
I'm unofficial. I didn't get to see a lot of the campus. I'm gonna see more of the campus and just sit down and talk to the coaching staff a little bit more. But other than that, it's gonna be the same. Hang around the players and pretty much do everything else I did. I'm unofficial.
Gotcha. Cool. And you also visited Notre Dame. How was that visit, and what did you take away from
It was good. It's a great atmosphere. It's a great place. They're also big on development. And Coach Bray, he's a great coach. It's just legacy. The whole school's a legacy, and it's a great place to be around. It's a great campus.
it? Definitely. And they've also received a couple commitments as well. Do you talk with those guys any?
No, I haven't really talked. I've talked to Robbie Carmody. He committed to Notre Dame. He committed Notre Dame 2 years ago. He's from Western Pennsylvania, same where I'm from. We talk all the time about Notre Dame, and he tells me that it's a good place, it's a good fit, and they're just big on getting guys ready for the next level.
Gotcha. And then you also told me Georgetown is a school that you might take an official visit to in the future. What's your relationship like with the head coach, Patrick Ewing, and the rest of the coaching staff?
Coach Ewing, he's a great coach. He's a great guy. He's a great guy to be around. And Coach Kirby, both of them are just big on recruitment and just selling that Coach Ewing has done it before, and he's just trying to just help the younger generation do what he did.
Definitely. And what is it? What would you say? What it is about Georgetown that intrigues you the most?
I like that Coach Ewing has been to the NBA. He's been through a lot, and I like that he can develop players, and he knows what it's like to be a player because he was one, and that's big in recruiting.
Definitely. We saw that with Memphis last year,
Yeah,
with Penny and Mike
for
Miller,
sure,
obviously bringing them one recruiting class. So
for sure.
that's definitely intriguing for a recruit as well. What would you say has been the toughest part of the recruiting process?
I wouldn't say there's any tough parts. It's just taking it day by day and just seeing what coaches have to say and just getting to know the players on the team, getting to know the campus, getting to know the structure. And I wouldn't say it's stressful at any point. You just have to enjoy the process.
Okay, gotcha. And what would you say is the most enjoyable part of it?
Most enjoyable part is just getting to know new coaches and going on visits and just getting to know new players and seeing where you can gel the best and seeing where you can take a game to the next level.
Okay, cool. So your big brother now plays for the Phoenix Suns. Obviously played at 2 of the schools you're considering, Pitt and North Carolina. So I'm sure you've been there many times to go see him play. How is it different now when you visit those schools compared to when you were just going as a kid going to watch him play?
You talking about when I went to North Carolina games?
Well, yeah. Like when you went to go see him play at Pitt, when you went to go see him play at North Carolina, how is it? How is the mindset different now that you're the recruit and you could potentially be at one of those schools?
Yeah, it's way different because I was watching it as like that's my older brother and like wow, look what he's doing, and now I feel like I'm in the position, and it's just like it's unbelievable just knowing that what he's done and make it to the NBA, and that I have an older brother to look up to like that.
Definitely. So growing up, obviously seeing your brother play at a high level, did it motivate you to become a better basketball player? And do you feel any pressure to be just as good as him?
Yeah, a lot. There's a little bit of pressure that comes with it, but yeah, every single time he comes home, we work out, and every single time I see him, we talk about basketball. He talks about my recruitment, and yeah, it's just great to see what he's done and just try to learn from his mistakes. And we talk basketball all the time, and it's just a good experience.
Gotcha. So when your brother was in high school, I looked it up. Before he committed to Pitt and all that, he was a 3-star prospect, roughly 200th nationally.
Yeah, he wasn't even a 3-star before he could. It was he. I think he got the 3-star when he committed to Pitt. Before that,
Oh, for real?
yeah,
Okay. Okay, gotcha. So is that something you can joke with him about, considering you're obviously ranked a lot higher than him, or do the rankings even matter because he's still in the NBA regardless?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. He'll always say, "I have the upper leg on you because if you make it to the NBA, then you can talk to me." That's what he always says. Just because he's made it there, and it doesn't matter where you start, it's where you finish. So, yeah,
Right.
ranking's good, but you just have to keep on working every day.
For sure. So how has your brother been able to help you throughout the recruiting process?
He's just told me what to look for in the coach, what to look for in a team, and what to look for in players, and he just wants what's best for me and what style fits me best.
Gotcha. So, like I mentioned before, your brother played at Pitt and UNC, so he can tell you a lot, of the ins and outs of both of those schools. How thankful are you for that, to be able to have that knowledge? Because not many people, you know, can have that.
I'm extremely thankful. Talking to him every day about it. It's awesome just because I know that he's been through it and he's been through a whole college season. He knows what it takes and he knows what I need to do to get myself prepared for college and what I need to do in game to try to get myself to the next level and just focus every day and just treat every day like it's your last.
Definitely, it's good advice. So now that you go to school in Phoenix, how cool is it to be able to watch your brother play? Pretty much any home game.
That's real cool. I try to go to all the home games I can, and it's just a great experience going to there and just seeing the NBA players and seeing how they play, and just try to take a little bit of knowledge after each and every game.
Gotcha. And then also kind of hope to be in his in his
Sure.
life as well one day. So
For sure.
it's cool. Do you work out and train with him as well?
Yeah, if we work out, he usually works. He puts me through a workout and works out with me. But back at home, back in Pittsburgh, we'll work out with our trainer CK, and it's just we just go to work and we'll play 1-on-1 all the time, and it's fun just competing with him.
Okay, gotcha. Have you ever beat him 1-on-1?
So here's the thing: if we do a 3-point shootout, I'll win probably about. He'll say less, but I win about 50%. He'll say no, he wins like 90%. But when we play 1-on-1, he just always he twists the rules every single time. If I go up, get smacked in the head, he'll be like no foul. If I put a hand on him, when he shoots, he'll be like foul. So it's hard to beat him just because of that. And he will he'll fight me just to get the foul.
Right. All right.
That's whatever though.
I got you. So a lot of people, and me and you have talked about this before as well. A lot of people have pretty much written you off as an Arizona lock, considering you go to high school in Arizona now. Your brother plays for the Phoenix Suns, which is obviously located in Arizona, and also one of your teammates, Dalen's already committed to Arizona. But you pretty much told me that you're still open to other schools and definitely not focused solely on Arizona. So with that being said, do you have a timetable for your college decision?
No, I have no timetable. I'm just taking it day by day, and I'm just trying to narrow it down and see what school's best for me. And I have no timetable yet. Just trying to see what position can take me to the next level.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I appreciate your time, man. Thanks so much.
Yep, no problem. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yep.